Hi everyone, Tom Vogel, Wrestling's Finest PC Pro Wrestling Game. Back for part 2 of my Atlanta card from Municipal Auditorium. The first video in this series, I ran the 2 matches. You see with a 20-minute draw and then a double count out after 4:33. This match here is going to be a grudge match, Bad Bad Leroy Brown versus Bruiser Brody. So let's just go ahead and get it started. We're going to start next card event. I got to slide this over. And here we go. So at our wrestler selection screen, here we are going to go up for our match. We're going to choose a grudge match. I'm going to let the computer control both wrestlers. We are going to set the time limit at 30 minutes. We don't have a champion. We'll leave the pre-match tag, just leave it wherever they decide to go. So we got grudge match, 30 minutes, Brody computer, Leroy Brown computer. So let's go ahead and click OK. And then let's do our trade hold recommendations. So here we're going to have suplex to arm holds and pin holds to leg holds for Brown. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click trade moves. Got to square this up for you. We're gonna do this one here. We're going to do no trade, but I am going to allow those other two. I kind of like those ideas. So we're going to click OK. Then if you look over here at Brody, it says trade pin holds to arm holds. So I'm going to go ahead and do that too. So let's just click OK. So we're done with all that. I like it. Happy. Now we're going to go ahead and probably get I just want to like to check a couple things here. We don't have tourney DQ rules. And you'll notice here, okay, I'm glad I checked this. I think I forgot to explain this. When you do a grudge match, both guys have their reduced DQ options turned off. And let me show you what that means. We'll just show you one guy here, Leroy Brown. Slide that over, you go to control. When typically they use tourney, you use reduced numbers, so you're going to use the second numbers on all this here. And it also works here, but it doesn't matter under outside ring, and I might talk about that at some point. But now what happened is it turned it off, because in a grudge match, it's a grudge match. These guys don't really care about winning or losing. They just want to hurt each other bad. They don't like each other. So I wouldn't expect this match to go very long, and I would expect it to end a DQ, double count out. That's just a prediction. I'm not very good at predictions, but let's just go with that. So let's go ahead and click action. We're going to get the match up here. It says Brody's going to win. That's nice. Then we get the match information, just basically confirming everything. It says neither wrestler will use the DQ reduction. That's the default setting for a grudge match. Again, grudge match is it's a new match for the game using an old match title, meaning the old grudge match is the exact same match that it was, but it's just called Wrestler Has a Vendetta, where one wrestler is going after the other guy for maybe he hurt a family member, tore up one of his prized possessions, insulted his mom. One guy is just going crazy after the other guy. A grudge match, that was actually a new match we added. We just took the old name. It's where both guys, there's a more built-up hatred. In theory, it's just a regular match with a fancier name that the outcome typically does not end in a clean finish. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Remember, computer is controlling both. We have a 30-minute match. Here we go. Brody right away goes for the big boot, and it's countered. Leroy Brown with a whip into the ropes, greets him with a forearm. Ooh, go to the biting early. Leroy gets a chop countered. Bruiser Brody trade moves, traded to a legal throw. Pausing commercial in nature, no action. Brown locks in a figure four, but we're going to cancel it. Brown with a whip into the ropes, big boot of his own. Leroy gets his headlock countered. Let's see if Brody can get things going here. So we're going to have outside ring. Brody throws face first to post. Brown has his forehead sliced open and the blood is running down his face, covered him completely. Reduced stamina had cut damage by 25 and reduced stamina by 20. So basically that was a 45-point move. Brody punches. Leroy regained control, but then he lost it. Brody going for specialty. Jumping knee is countered. And you'll see the little scoreboard here shows Brody's tried 2 specialty moves. Both have been countered. Legal chop by Leroy Brown. Not going to get even a 1 count. Traded legal hold, legal leg hold. Applying intense pressure to Bruiser Brody's knee. Body slam on the Brody. 1, 2. Doesn't get the 3 count. Brown whipping the ropes. 7 off stamina. 1, 2. Does not get the 3. So next one. Brody hair pull. Body slam by Brown. Leroy Brown mule kick. Whipping the ropes. 7 off. Leroy's faring very well here. Brody had control, but he lost it. He squandered it. We got a claw-like hold to immobilize that Brown's applying, but we're going to cancel it. Leroy's going to go for a specialty move. Goes for a power slam. Brody baits opponent to attempting the move, which allows for a very easy counter. Brody in a headlock needs to slow it down a bit. Strategy card. Brody went to use a strategy card, but Leroy Brown countered it. Brody specialty move. Pile driver. Look at the pin rating. 40-40-13. 1, 2. Oh, Leroy Brown used a strategy card. He made it to the ropes. Leroy's down to 1 card. Brody had it, but it slipped away. We got a possible DQ. Referee is accidentally knocked down. He gets to his feet and is very angry, but for whatever reason does not call for a double DQ. No double DQ. The match continues. A little surprise there. I thought maybe it would get stopped, but it didn't, so match will continue. Brown with a legal hip lock. Nice move. Submission move. Abdominal stretch. We'll cancel that out. Brody has a suplex countered. Brown with a kick to the solar plexus. Outside ring action. Grudge match. Brody tries a move. It's countered. Brown blasts Brody with a chair shot to the face. Upper lip is broken open. Inside of it, the blood starts to flow. So that's like a 42-point move. So cuts, stamina damage is starting to add up. We got a big headbutt on Brody. 1, 2. Does not get the 3 count. Auto control loss. Brody goes to a submission. We're going to cancel out of that. We have an arm trike takedown. 1 floats over. 2 doesn't get the 3 count. Match has actually gone a little longer than I thought it would. So let's keep going here. Outside ring action for Leroy Brown. Brody has the right outside of his lower lip torn open and blood is starting to gush out. 22 off. He's up to 44 off. That was a 37-point move. Wow. Body slam. Brody's in trouble, folks. 1, 2. Does not get the 3 count. Auto control loss for both. Brody has submission countered. Brown with the choking while holding him in headlock. He's going to go. Oh, I thought he was going to maybe attempt pin, but he's not. Brody arm hold. Reassesses match plan, so he applies a powerful elbow lock to slow it down, giving more time to think over his match options. Auto control loss. Brody used the stop DQ card. Brody auto control loss. Brown gets his body slam countered, and we have outside ring. Bruiser Brody nails Brown with a chair shot across his back, 15 off. Kick to the midsection. Brody has his punches countered. Brown with power move, 7 off. 7 more off, whipping the ropes. No action on that one. Brody with a kick, or Brown with a kick. 7 off. So here we had a stamina statement come up. Bruiser Brody is going to lose if he does not immediately gain control of the match, because his stamina, 231 off. Look at his pin rating, 40, 34, 3. Traded moves, arm hold, a high hip toss on Brown. Brody auto control loss. Leroy Brown whips him to the rope and hits him with a double thrust to the throat. Punches, 6 off. Power slam is countered. Had he landed that, we might have had a winner. Brody battles back with some illegal punches. Both guys here, I'm just checking some of this. This is a pretty tough match. Another auto control loss by Brody. Brown comes back with power move. Headlock slowing things down. Outside ring, Brown uses the top rope to violently choke Brody as he tries to re-enter the ring. Disqualification possible. Leroy Brown is so locked in as he applies his move, he does not even hear the referee yelling for him to break the hold. Referee is forced to disqualify him. Match time 21-14. Wow. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and click our post-match. We're going to click OK because the computer controls it. Leroy Brown tries to sneak in behind Brody but is unable to do so, thus no attack is made. So this is the end of this match. This was a good one. Surprised how well Brown did. Let's look at the stats real quick. He was in control 46 times to Brody's 27. Counters were 6-5. Brody had 5 auto control losses to 4. 5 pin attempts, 2 specialty moves, both were countered. The stamina off, 269 to 121. We did get 3 stars out of it, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that we had some cuts. Might have got hurt a little bit on the stamina because there's a wider gap between the two. But overall, I'll take the 3 stars. And let's go ahead and do the cage match next. Alright, we're going to go on to our 4th match here of the card. It's the unsanctioned lights out cage match. Loser must leave Georgia for 30 days. It goes off the screen here, but it's Bob Armstrong versus Buzz Sawyer. Let's get to it. Alright, so let me slide this over. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go up to our match selection, and we're going to have the lights out cage match. No champion. We're going to let computer control them both. Let them settle it that way. We are making it no time limit. Now, pretend that this match is actually going to occur at the end of the card. That's where I should have put it. But after I set it up, then I go, let's make it unsanctioned, because I had enough stuff happen that it made sense. We'll leave the pre-match at normal. Just want to make sure we have everything set up here. We're going to click OK. And we're going to go ahead and click Action. And then we get this message here. And we're going to click it. We're going to get the Neat Touch Gary head. We're going to get our match prediction. It's pretty even. We're going to click Done. Here's the setup for everything. So we're going to turn it, get ready to go, and here we go, folks. Could be ugly. You never know in a cage match. Sawyer starts off quickly. Ooh. Armstrong battles back. Arm hold. Sawyer gets a suplex countered. Armstrong delivers a suplex. Got outside ring cage action. Presses face up against the cage. Cut in the eyebrow, so it's basically a 28-point move. Sawyer's biting away. Punches. Here comes Bob. Kick. Auto control loss by both. Bob turns around, slams Buzz Sawyer's face directly into the steel cage. Cut above his right eye. 15 off, so that's like a 30-point move. Body slam for Bob. Countered. Bob with the chop. 1. Can't get to 2 count. Too early. Too early in the match. Whip into the ropes. Punch by Bob. Bob Armstrong avoids Sawyer, which causes him to fly face first into the cage. -15. Buzz Sawyer has his forehead sliced open and the blood is pouring down his face, covering him completely. 32 off in cuts. Foreign object. Bob Armstrong goes into his boots and grabs a roll of quarters. Oh my goodness. That's because it's a specialty match, and this is the one time a face will possibly use a foreign object strategy card. I am stunned. Here we go. 40-40-21. We got a 1, 2. Strategy card. He made it to the ropes. Oh boy. Auto control us. I think this could have been a big 1, 2. Low blow. Doesn't get the 3 count. I think Bob Armstrong's going to lose this match. He had the golden opportunity to win it, and he let it slip away. Let's see what happens. Buzz gets his pin hold countered. Body slam. 1, 2. Doesn't get the 3 count. Legal throw by Bob. Bob inside cradle. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Bob Armstrong got the pin. Bob Armstrong got the pin. He got the pin. Inside cradle. Wow. Wow. All right, couple things here. I went ahead. Armstrong has concerns that Buzz might be ready, so no attack is made. Time's in control. Bob actually, I don't want to say dominated the match, but he actually had the better numbers here. It was a short match, 9:36, and we did get 3 stars out of it, and it's because, for one thing, we had blood, and then it was a specialty match, so that's how we got the 3. So let's go ahead. This is 17 minutes old. Let's see if we can finish up this card on this video. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F3. Hold on here. There we go. And our next match is National Tag Team Title match. Sonny King Bard from ringside wrestling 1 and 2 versus the Wild Samoans. So we got ourselves a championship match, folks. So we got the we're going to make this a title match. We're going to make it defend the title because we have heels. We're going to make them the champions. I'm actually going to control the Samoans. We're going to let the computer control 1 and 2, and they don't want to do a pre-match. Time limit is 60 minutes. We're going to click OK. So let me just do a little review. We got defend the title. It's a title match. Samoans are champion. I'm controlling them. Computer's going to control wrestling 1 and 2, and they prefer not to do a pre-match attack. They don't want it to backfire. Plus, faces aren't real good at it. So let's go ahead and click OK. And remember, I can't select Sonny King because he's barred from ringside for this match. So, Wild Samoans will do the defend the title. We're going to click accept. And you'll see they're the champions. They had their 3rd pin rating reduced by 1. 60 minutes. Let's check our trade holds. Ropes, we're not going to do anything. And the Samoans had no suggestion. So we're just going to click done. Go ahead and go. I'm not going to do a pre-match attack. We're going to go action. Here's our prediction. Could go either way. Best bet here. However, due to all the advantages a champion has, it's going to be tough to take the title away, even though they might win the match. So we're going to click done. Here's our match information. Just summarizes everything we're doing. Here you're going to see wrestling 1 and 2 tourney DQ rule is on, because that's a default that we put into version 3 where gamers won't have to remember to check that. So it's automatically on. So let's click OK. Let's start this match. Ooh, already go to the illegal. I like it. Cheaters they are. No action. Another no action. Specially move early. Go for the Samoan drop, but it's countered. They have their pin hold countered. Samoans illegal throat chop. Wild Samoans have control. Double team is countered. 1 and 2 are prepared. Gotta like it. Forearm, side of the head, 6 off. Following take out the entering partner, he jumps from the middle turnbuckle and delivers a lethal knee drop to the back of opponent's arm as he is held down on the mat. Wrestling 1 and 2 lose focus, causes them to lose control. Samoans with a submission move. Samoans perform a variety of double team moves as they baited 1 or 2 to try to come in the ring. Hair pull by the Samoans. Auto control loss. Submission move. Specialty match action. Somebody asked me, what does that mean when specialty match action, but all you do is you get an arm or a punch? In order to have outside ring action, a wrestler or a team, they have to pass what's called the outside ring range check. And if they don't pass that test, and again, each team has a different rating, then they would select either a punch or an arm hold. And since the computer's controlling 1 and 2, the computer will choose for them. Okay, they have a kicks to the Samoans. Another double team countered. Possible DQ event. They're going to try to stop it. Wild Samoans have an auto control loss. Forearm to the nose. Not going to get it. Another double team countered. Samoans use a kick to slow them down. They're going for specialty move. Double headbutt. Countered. A lot of counters already in this match. Wrestling 1 go to slow it down. They go for a headlock. Another counter. Samoans double team attempt. Perform a double clothesline. Outside ring action. Wild Samoans deliver a specialty move that leaves Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2 decimated outside the ring. Wild Samoans slowly climb back into the ring while 1 and 2 are counted out of the ring. I'm going to drag this over here. Wild Samoans are ecstatic to have retained their titles and quickly make their way to the dressing room, knowing they will have another eager challenger waiting to take the titles for them. Done. We're not going to do any post-match because I just don't want anything bad to happen. So let's look at the stats real quick. Looks like the Samoans had a little bit of the upper hand. Comes in at 2 stars. I think we got penalized because the match was short. Action, I don't even want to say is that. You know what? This wasn't a very good match. A lot of, how many auto control losses did we have? I guess we only had 1. We had 2, but we just never seemed to get in a flow on this one. All right, this leads us to our main event of the night, our final match. Challenger Tommy Rich is going to take on the Spoiler, who will be accompanied by to the ring with Gary Hart. Spoiler's just dominated everyone. Quick flashback, 2 cards ago here in the same building, Rich appeared to have Ted DiBiase in his corner, but DiBiase actually turned on Rich. And as it came out later, DiBiase feels the title still belongs to him, and he doesn't want to see, I guess, anyone win it. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out because I don't see Spoiler giving him a straight-up match, but you just never know. So that's where we're at tonight. So let's go ahead and start this one. And again, we're going to go title match. We're going to go defend the title. Here we're going to go, we got to find our Gary Hart for our manager. And we're going to go 76 plus. We're going to make Spoiler the champion. I am not going to control him. I am going to control him. We'll let the computer control Rich. We're not going to do a pre-match attack. We're going to set a 60-minute time limit since it is a title match. So let's take a look here. Title match, defend the title. I'm controlling Spoiler, Gary Hart. Tommy Rich is controlled by the computer, and we're not going to do a pre-match attack, and it's a 60-minute match. So let's click OK. That'll take us to our game screen. Which wrestler is defending the title will be the Spoiler. We're going to click Accept. I want to show you something here. Tommy Rich, set tourney DQ rules, automatically goes on for Wildfire. So I'm ready. I'm excited about this one. I'm going to click Action. Nothing there. Here's our match kind of summary of everything. And we are going to, oh, you know what I forgot to do was, hold on here. What I forgot to do was do trade hold recommendations, which is actually a good thing because I can show you how this works. You can click view trade hold recommendations, and there they are. You have ropes to speed move and pile driver to arm hold. I'm actually not going to trade out of those. I want to let Rich have a chance to deliver a more devastating move. Spoilers pinhold the power move, and I am going to trade for that just because Tommy Rich's counter is only a 3. So let me slide that over so you can see it. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. We're done, and we're ready to start. Let's get this thing going. Champion heel, defend the title. Spoiler starts off choking. Rich fires back with some punches and a big body slam. Another body slam. 1, 2. Oh, that would have been a shocker that early. Disqualified check. Rich stopped it. Used a strategy card. Elbow. 1, 2. Oh, I don't believe it, folks. Look what happened. 10, 10, 2. Legal elbow. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Rich defeated the Spoiler for the title as the arena explodes. 3 minutes flat, 3-star match. I'm shocked. The Spoiler's national title reign is over. I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. Not any really thing to look at here. 5 times in control to 2. He turned a 2. He had to turn it. Oh, wow. I'm speechless, folks. Game shocks me. Not expecting this. Didn't want it to happen, to be honest, but that's what goes. So we are going to do a post-match, the Spoiler. Sorry, I don't always slide these over just because it takes time. So we're going to go ahead and try a post-match. The Spoiler charges Tommy Rich, who was only too happy to oblige, and the war was on with neither wrestler giving an inch. The battle is finally broken up by other wrestlers. Wow. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So we have a new champion. Now what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to push pause. I got to line this up here. I'm not going to show it to you just because it's I haven't filled it out completely, but what I do is I have a spreadsheet set up for all my cards, and then I enter the all the information, stamina off, who won, time of match, match notes, was there an injury, anything like that. So that completes this card. I mean, wow. We still got 3 stars out of it, mainly because we had a clean finish and it was a title match. I'd have to look what else would have caused it to go up. Now, what I will do now is there were 6 matches, so that means there were 12 participants. I count tag teams as 1 participant. What I will do is I'm going to go to my post-match injury chart, and I am going to roll those off to the side, so I'll be back in just a moment. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, folks. I rolled the dice 10 times for the first 5 matches. There were no injuries. None. I have to roll a 99 or 100 on my 2 10-sided dice. So I roll for Tommy Rich. I roll a 0-0. I rolled like a 6 for Spoiler, so he's not injured. So Tommy Rich is possibly injured. He just won the title. So what we're going to do here is I got my chart up in front of me. I don't have it all centered, so I am going to move it around a little bit, so just bear with me. So first thing we're going to go here is wrestler injury rating. Look at the 9th. Let me see if I can come over here. Yeah, right here. The 9 column. Tommy Rich has an injury in 9. So he could be injured for a while, so let's see what happens. I rolled a 94, which is right here, and it says C9 below. Here's 9 below. Now, let me see here. I'm going to push pause again. This is important, so I want to do this. So, it said to go to 9 below, which is right here. Wrestler suffers an injury. Roll the 2 10-sided dice and multiply by 2. This is the number of days he must miss. So here we go. I'm rolling them. You can't hear them, but they're in my hands. Kind of shaking, too. I rolled a 52. So I got to multiply that by 2. So that's 104. He is going to miss 104 days. Better write that down. Again, 104 days. Wonderful. All right. Now it says go to chart 5, which is right here. And now I'm going to roll. Kind of got it cut off here. So let me see if I can quickly, which I don't think I can. The zero's cut off. If I roll a 0, we'll have to drag it down there. And I rolled a 6. And it said I go to chart 5. A 6 is right here. Wrestler cannot stand up straight due to dizziness. So something got messed up in his head. He can't even stand up. Poor man. I'm going to say quite possibly it's a concussion. I mean, he's in a world of hurt, folks. Let's all, should be very concerned for Tommy Rich. So what this means now is Tommy Rich is out for 104 days. That means Tom Vogel has to figure out what we're going to do. And I don't have an answer right now. The Georgia Championship Committee is going to have to meet. They're going to have to discuss options. They're going to have to probably bring lawyers in. I mean, I'm sure the spoilers are going to say, just give the belt back to me. I was champion. Tommy Rich got lucky tonight. So just give it back to me where it belongs since I was the last champion. A lot of decisions are going to have to be made. A lot of tough decisions. It's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. And I feel that I'm going to have a hard time relaxing after this. But that's what happens with Wrestling's Finest. Sometimes it gives you something you want. Sometimes it gives you nothing. And sometimes it throws you a major curveball. And right now, I just chased a curveball in the dirt. So with that, a little bit of frustration in my voice. I'm going to try to compose myself here. But I am going to say goodnight. I'm a little frazzled, but I want to thank everybody for joining in on this video. A lot of interesting, surprising things occurred. But for now, Tom Vogel, Wrestling's Finest, PC Game. Good night, everyone.